See, there's Miss Chelsea. Okay, I think we have this going now, y'all. I see Chelsea. Can you see us, Chelsea?
Yep, I can see you.
Okay, I can hear you now too. All right. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to grab this link real fast because there's some people trying to get in and they can't. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch this to gallery view. So, hey, Misty, how did you get in? Oh, well, there we go. Everyone's joining us now. Yay! I see you, Miss Kylie. If you guys want to turn on your cameras, you're more than welcome to, because I can see you on here. If not, that's okay. Just follow along. Hopefully you guys can all see me, my wonderful bedroom here. We'll work on the feet. I'll definitely give you guys cues for feet, just because I'm working on my setup, but hopefully you'll be able to see how my feet are positioned. So, all right, Miss Chelsea, I'm gonna check you in as here. And then Kylie Huddleston, I see you, so we're gonna check you in as well. And then we'll go ahead and add Miss Misty in a moment. And then I see, nope, that's it for now. Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome to my first online yoga teaching. It's my first time doing it this way. So can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. And so I'll just show you guys a few things. So the cool thing about doing yoga at home is even if you don't have blocks, we have different props that we can use. I have an exercise ball that I can use as a cube to go ahead and extend my arm, because that's all it's going to be is my extension. I have a strap that I like to use that I actually use for my yoga mat. And so this is just my extension for my hands here. And then if you don't have any of that, I'm sure we have some jarred canned goods or any of that kind of stuff. And that also can act as an extension of your hand as a block. Be creative. I do encourage you definitely to be creative with all the wonderful good stuff. Let's see here. What else? I don't really use blankets with vinyasa. We do ujjayi breath, which is breathing in through your nose with a slight restriction, and then breathing out through your nose. And also, it's victorious breath, but we call it Darth Vader breath as well. If that gives you kind of more of a visual, you can breathe in as if you're fogging up a mirror. So it's all right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Please keep your props, whatever props you want to use, to the side of your mat so that we can grab them as needed. Water is always suggested in vinyasa just because you will work up a sweat. All right, if everyone will come to child's pose. We're going to bring our big toes to touch. Our knees are going to go to the edges of our mat, and then our stomach will go between our thighs. Stretching out your hands on your mat, really grounding down through all four corners of your palms. And grounding down, pressing all 10 of the top of your toes down into your mat as well. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Getting grounded and squared with being here right now, right in this moment. Letting go of anything else that's happened today and readjusting your focus to your breath. Again, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Ground down through your hands. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. It's going to look like an upside down V. And really ground down through your feet. So all four corners of your feet are pushing towards the ground. And squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then walk your dog. So go ahead and walk out your feet so you can walk your feet. Stretch your foot up if you need to stretch your hip. Whatever you need to do to get grounded right here and ready for practice. Come up on your toes and then press all the way back down through your heels and slowly walk your feet to your hands for ragdoll. And we're gonna allow our head to get heavy here. Give a slight bend in your knees. Feet are hip distance apart. And grab opposite elbows. Allow your head to get so heavy that all the wrinkles in your neck are released. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet together. Extended mountain. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll open today's practice with 2 ohms. So take a deep breath in, exhale, inhale, Inhale, bring your hands above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chaturanga. High to low plank. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, look forward, bend your knees, hop, jump, step to your top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. And really focus on pulling the pit of your belly in as you bring your hands up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, pressing your shoulder blades back. Downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, look forward, bend your knees, get to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Now this time we're gonna halfway lift. I really want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back. Excuse my shirt. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and press your hands into your shins to give yourself that flat back. Then forward fold. One more time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to chaturanga, so high to low plank. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. You always have an option when we're doing high planks to take your knees and go ahead and do your plank with your knees down as a modification. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, pull the pit of your belly in, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Last sun salutation A. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, get there. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Wherever you're at right now in your breath, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale all out. Bring your right foot forward, left foot spins down, warrior one, right side. Rise up like a strong warrior. Take that bend in your front knee, make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Great modification, I see. Always have an option to take your knee if you need to. Keep the pit of your belly pulled in. Frame your foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. Right foot spins down, warrior one, left side, rise up. Make sure you're pulling the pit of your belly in. Exhale, forward fold, step back to downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Get there. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair. Sit down low. So I'm going to step back for you guys here. Come down. We're going to our arms come above our head. If for some reason you feel some uncomfortableness in your shoulders, bring your hand to heart center. Still squeezing your shoulder blades back, pulling the pit of your belly in, and sit a little lower because we can. We always tell us to sit 10 inches lower, but your 10 inches look different than my 10 inches. Check in with your feet, lift your toes, pull your knees back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come up on your toe. I'm sorry. Bring your right foot forward, left foot spins down. Warrior one, right side, rise up. Frame your foot, step back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, right foot spins down, rise up for warrior one, left side. Like strong warriors that we are. Frame your foot, step back to chaturanga. High to low plank, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You always have an option to skip the chaturanga or modify. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Get to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair. Sit low. Hug the skin to the muscle to the bone. Hug in. Pull your knees back. Lift your toes up and ground down through all four corners of your feet. We're almost there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back for a chaturanga. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Right foot comes forward, left foot goes down. Rise up for warrior one. And really stretch your fingertips out wide. Shoot energy through them as if you're shooting lightning bolts through the ceiling. Frame your foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, right foot spins down, warrior one, left side, rise up with your breath. Keeping a lot of action in your hands, stretching them wide, and sit a little bit lower in that front knee. Frame your foot, step back to downward facing dog. Last one, come up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, get there. Halfway lift. Forward fold, chair. Sit low. Squeeze the muscle to the bone, or skin to the muscle to the bone, hug in. Keeping your shoulder blades squeezed back into your spine. Lift your toes up. We're almost there. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last one, chaturanga. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Squeezing shoulder blades back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, bring your big toes together at the back of your mat for flip dog. Stretch your back foot out. If you have a wall, you can use that. Then open up your knee, so bend your knee and open up. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. You can stay here, or you can flip your dog. The option is yours. Keep breathing wherever you're at. Commit to whatever area you're at. There you go. Flip back over. Side plank, right side. So on side plank, we're gonna bring our shoulder over our wrist, stack our feet. Option to drop a knee here. Whoop. And bring your arms straight up. Always keeping that energy flowing. Pull the pit of your belly in so that you can keep your chest open. We're almost there, keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Come back to center. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Bring your toes back together at the back of your mat. Lift your left leg straight up. Press it back as if you're pressing into the wall. Woo. Uh-oh. Can you guys still see me? Okay, stay there, no worries. Bend your knee and open up your hips. I'm just gonna grab a charger because I'm mentally low. Keep breathing, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Option to flip your dog here or stay. Perfect, gorgeous, Kylie, gorgeous. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together wherever you're at and breathe. We're gonna hold it for 2 more breaths. Ooh, there we go. 1 second, bear with me here and then flip back over. We'll meet in downward facing dog. There we go. And just like that, we're staying resilient in our breath. Sigh everything out. And come into side plank on your left side. Whoop. Making sure your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Slight bend in your elbow. You can stay here, pressing your top hip to the ceiling. Or you can also drop your knee if you need to. Wherever you're at, stay committed to where you're at. Tap into your breath, 2 more breaths. Come back to center, press into downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, left foot spikes up for crescent lunge, making sure the pit of your belly is pulled up and in. And then with energy, as if you had a ball between your hands, bring your hands above your head, hugging everything into center. Keeping that back leg engaged, that thighs pressed up to the ceiling. You're grounded through your front foot. Bring your hands down to heart center and twist for revolving crescent lunge. Keeping your thigh, even if you drop your knee on your back leg, keep your thigh pressed to the ceiling and keeping your foot engaged. Plugging your right shoulder back. Come back to center. Open up for warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. Extend a side ankle. Forearm goes to your front thigh. And bring your left arm straight up. Swooping it across so that your bicep is hugging your ear. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna get rid of this for my floor. And so it comes over. We're gonna be hugging our ear. So for you guys, I'm gonna turn this way. Don't worry, keep breathing. We're gonna hold this for just a moment. So tap into your breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, pause, and out. Frame your foot, step back to downward facing dog or chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, right foot spikes up, crescent lunge on your right side. Hold up, pit your belly in and up. Get your energy ball in your hands and bring your hands above your head. Keeping your back thigh engaged. Breathe in and out. Tap into your Ujjayi breath. Bring your hands down to heart center and twist. Plugging your left shoulder back. Keeping your back foot spiked up, even if your knee's on the ground. Keeping your toes, keeping everything engaged. Come back to center. Bring your hands up, open to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Oops, excuse me. Forearm to your thigh. Right arm goes straight up, and you swoop it over so that your bicep is hugging your ear. Keeping your fingertips spread wide, keeping the activity in your hands, and then focusing back on your breath. Frame your foot, step back for chaturanga or downward facing dog. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Take a second, let all your air out here. And then as a community, take a deep breath in and let it out. One more time, take a deep breath in and sigh it all out. Letting go of anything you're holding on to. Bring your right foot forward. Left foot spins down, warrior one, right side. Open up to warrior two. Triangle. Unbend your front knee. And this is where those props we talked about come in handy. We can extend our hand with our block or our makeshift block. Plug your left shoulder back. And on your exhale, twist just a little bit further. So inhale, let your spine lengthen. Exhale, twist just a little bit more open. Keeping that micro bend in your knee. Don't lock out any joints here. Keeping a nice, long, strong neck. Couple more breaths. Bring your feet forward. Rise up with your side body. Come into wide-legged front forward, side facing forward face. I can't talk. Hands come to your hips. Bend forward with a strong back, strong stomach. When you can't bend anymore at your hips, drop your hands. Ground down through all four corners of your feet, really emphasizing on the edges. Keeping your shoulder blades squeezed back. And allow your head to get heavy. Grounding down through all four corners of your hands, all four corners of your feet. Bring your hands back to your hips. Rise up. Namaste, front facing fold, or pyramid pose. Turn yourself this way and step your back foot forward just an inch or two. Take a bind of your choice, either fist, prayer, or you can just interlace your hands. This is also a good place to use a strap. Ground down through all four corners of your feet, lift your toes. That will let you know. And then bend at your hip over your right thigh. Keeping a strong back, shoulder blades squeeze back. And then when you can't bend anymore, drop your head. Keeping your shoulder blades squeezed together, pressing into your thoracic spine. Drop your hands down to your mat. Halfway lift, twisting triangle. Another good place for your makeshift block. Ground down your left hand and twist on your right side. So twisting triangle, we're gonna bring our left hand into our right foot and our right hand's gonna go up. Make sure that you're twisting at your shoulder, not your arm. Your arm will naturally follow. Elongate your neck and pull that pit of your belly in and up. Untwist, come back to center, step back into either downward facing dog or chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, right foot spins down, warrior one on your left side, open up to warrior two. Unbend your left leg, come into triangle. So we're going to open up with our shoulder, elongate our neck, and then really reach for that ceiling. So spread all of your fingertips, getting the energy through your fingers, keeping every piece of your body engaged. Tapping into your Ujjayi breath here. Breathe in, pause, and breathe out. Breathe in, pause, and exhale. Remove your prop, spin your left foot forward, bring your hands on your hips, and this time take a bind of your choice. So either clasp your hands behind your back, knuckles, or prayer, and bend forward. Keeping your shoulder blades squeezed back, the pit of your belly pulled in, and then grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Dropping your head, letting it get heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. With every exhale, getting a little deeper into the bend. Bring your hands back to your hips. And with a strong back, rise up. Right. Face forward for namaste, front facing fold or pyramid. Again, take that bind behind your back. I like to do the same one I just did in wide-legged front facing fold. And so I'll do prayer. And we're going to ground down to our feet. Pick up your toes to make sure you're grounding down your feet, not just grabbing the ground. And then we'll bend over our left leg. Keeping that back engaged, not just flopping over. And then dropping your head. Ground down through all your feet, check in. We like to press our left hip forward in this, and so pull your left hip back. Make sure your pelvis is neutral. Bring your hands down to the ground, halfway lift, twisting triangle. So we're gonna bring our right hand to our left foot, and we're gonna open up with our left shoulder and then extend our arm. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Keep on breathing. We're almost there. On every exhale, make sure that you bend deeper. Come back to center, ground down through your hands, step back for high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Tiptoe your feet to your hands. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Bring your hands down to heart center. And we're gonna bring our right knee up for right leg standing. Squeezing our shoulder blades back. Dorsiflexing your foot, so we're gonna keep as if we're standing on a block. There you go, nice job, Kylie. Or is that Miss? I think that's Misty actually. But good job, Kylie, too, I can see your foot. And then open up when you feel stable. Keeping your drishti, so find that focal point. The point on the wall that's not moving. Squeezing shoulder blades back. Keeping the pit of your belly in. Come back to center. Press your foot out. Lower your leg. And pick it back up. So we're not going to touch the floor all the way. We're just going to lower it, hover it off the floor, and then we're going to go back up. This sets us up to do other moves later on. So one more time, we're going to pick up our foot. So lift your leg up, lower to hover. Go ahead and drop that foot to the ground. Left standing leg raise. Pick up your foot to your knees or your hand, dorsiflex your foot, and then open up when you feel stable. Ground down through your standing foot, squeezing shoulder blades back. Gorgeous ladies. Y'all are doing awesome. Keep it up, keep breathing. Bringing your knee back to center, pressing your foot straight out. And we're gonna hover it off the ground. We got this. Pulse it back up. Hover it off the ground. Pulse one more time up. And we'll just do it one more time so we stay even and up. Go ahead and lower that to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands above your head. Bring your hands to heart center. Eagle. Right arm goes under left. Left thigh, right thigh bends down, left thigh comes over. We're gonna hug everything into the center, squeezing your shoulder blades back. It's okay to use your foot as a kickstand here if you need to, or just sit in chair. Lift your elbows up to your shoulder height. Sit a little bit lower because we can, squeezing everything into the middle. Release, other side. Left arm comes under right. Yep. And we're gonna squeeze everything to the middle. So we're gonna sit down with our left leg, our right leg's gonna come over. We're gonna squeeze into the center. Option to use your foot as a kickstand here. Bring your elbows up to shoulder height. Come back down, switch sides. Left goes under right, right goes over left. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me, I had that wrong. Left goes over right. Squeeze into the center. And focus on your breath here. Really tap into Ujjayi breath. That will help you get through any pose. Release, switch sides. Ground down through your standing foot. Cross your leg over and sit down. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Release, Tadasana. Good job, ladies. We're almost there. Dancer, right side. So we're gonna grab our right foot into our right hand. I like to grab from my arch. And then we'll press our hand straight out. This is dancer. If you want to, you can always extend out. That's also dancer. Meet yourself where you're at right now. So squeezing your shoulder blades back, grounding down through your standing foot. Come into dancer, right side. Gorgeous, Kylie. All right. Come on down, switch sides. Left foot comes into left hand. Right hand presses out. Ground down through your right foot. Stay here or extend out. There you go, Misty. And if you fall out of it, the practice is to come right back to it. Come back down, Tadasana. Tree. You can bring your foot to your calf. You can kickstand it on the ground, or you can lift it all the way up to your thigh. Wherever you choose, commit to it. If you fall out of that pose, come right back to it. Find your grounding, hugging your thigh into your foot into your thigh, and then grow your tree. There is no wrong way to grow your tree. This is where you can express yourself. You can be a weeping willow and bring your branches down low. You can be a strong oak tree and bring your hands above your head in a mighty pose. Or you can allow the breeze to take your limbs wherever you want. Come on down, switch legs. Walking your left foot into your right thigh. Find your center, ground through. And then when you feel that you're grounded, grow your branches. Keeping your breath here, breathe in and exhale. Come on down to Tadasana. Tap back in your breath here. Bring your hands above your head. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. So come into high plank to low plank, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Drop to your knees and then drop to your belly. Let me do it this way. Come into locust. So bring your hands behind your back. Sorry, trying to find a way. Can everyone see me? Okay, so bring your hands behind your back, pressing your feet back, and lift up. Squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Finding that focal point in front of you on the ground, just above your mat, and then come back down. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Sorry, squeeze your shoulder blades. You're fine, go ahead. I'm just adjusting. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Press your feet as if you're pressing them into a wall. Don't mind me adjusting the camera here. Hold it, breathe in. You got this. Good job, ladies. Lie down and rest your forehead on the ground. Just rest, nothing to do but rest. Grab your ankles and come up for bow. Squeezing shoulder blades behind you, pressing your feet into your hands or your ankles, wherever you can grab, and laying yourself back down. Press yourself up into a seated position, bring your legs in front of you, and come onto your back for bridge. Ground down through all four corners of your feet, and lift your hips off the ground. Really pressing through, lift your hips to the ceiling, pressing them up, squeezing your shoulder blades back. On your next exhale, come on down. One more time. Ground down through your feet, lift through your thighs, pressing your hips to the ceiling, squeezing your shoulder blades back. Keep lifted, don't go down just yet. Keep pressing. Come back down. Give yourself a big old hug, squeeze your shoulder. Good job. Bring your feet out in front of you. And we're going to do 30-60 lifts. So we're going to press our feet straight to the ceiling. Bring your hands underneath our sacrum. And lower your feet for 30, 60, 90. Let them hover off the ground. Pressing your belly button into the ground. Squeezing your shoulder blades back. And press your feet straight back up. We're going to lower for 30, 60, 90, squeezing your shoulder blades back. Bring your feet back up and rock into boat. Woo. So we're going to bring our feet straight out in front of us. Option to use a strap here if you need to. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and come into low boat. Hover off the ground. You got this. Stretch your legs all the way out. Come back up into high boat, low boat. You got this. High boat. And one last time. Low boat, hold it, and lower down to the ground. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your soles of your feet together. Butterfly laying down. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and connecting with your breath here. Happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet and come into happy baby. You can rock side to side. Pressing your feet down as you pull your feet up. Bring your feet together. Rock into downward facing dog. So rock up, cross your feet, come into downward facing dog. Half pigeon, right knee goes to your right wrist. This is very different, isn't it? We're gonna press into our hands, press our back, and then we'll come and fold over our right leg. Breathing. You ladies look wonderful. And then press back to downward facing dog. And switch sides. Press into your hands, squeezing your shoulder blades back, and then fold forward. Ground down through all 5 of your back toes, pressing them into the ground. And still keeping up your Ujjayi breath here. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Come to a seated position. For lay down. We're gonna go to our back. So lay down on your back for supine twist. Bring your right knee into your chest. And then twist open. Allowing your right shoulder to stay glued to the ground. Come back to center. Bring both your knees in your chest. Send the right one out, leaving the left one squeezed to your chest. And then open up for supine twist on the left side. Keeping your left shoulder glued to the ground. Come back to center. Give yourself one more big hug. Appreciate all the hard work you've done today with me, ladies, because I know that vinyasa is not an easy flow. You will always sweat. And then extend out for savasana. Nothing to do here but rest. Allow your body to get heavy. Allow your shoulders to release. Check in with your right arm. Allow your right arm to release. Allow your forearm to release. Your hands. Come back to your chest. Let your breath come back to normal. Sigh out any extra air that you may have. And then go to your left arm and allow your left arm to release. Come down to your forearm, your hand. Allow your abdomen to release. Allow your spine to come heavy, pressed into the ground. Allow your body weight to just lay there and rest. Allow your thoughts to calm. Let your hips sink deeper into the ground. Let your right thigh relax. Your right calf. Allow your right foot to flop open. And then come over to your left leg. And allow your left thigh to become heavy. Your left calf. Allow your left foot to flop open. and just rest. Nothing to do, nothing to worry about. But just rest. Start to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers. Rotate your wrist. Rotate your ankles. Bring your hands above your head. Stretch like you just woke up. And come to your right side. So roll to your right side in a fetal position. Knees are bent. Use your right bicep as a pillow. And just allow the blood to come back to a normal state. When you're ready, come to a seated position at the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in and bring your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Together, take one more deep breath as a community. Exhale it all out. And in our next breath in, we're gonna close today's practice with 2 Oms. So we'll take a deep breath in, and on our exhale, we'll Om. Breathe in. Om. Om. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. And together, my light honors the light in you, and we share the word namaste. Good job, ladies. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute everyone so that we can say hi. I'm new to this part right here, so give me 1 second. Okay. If you can, go ahead and unmute yourself. Yes, there we go. All right. Perfect. Misty, you're still muted. There we go. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me for the first virtual yoga class that I taught. I'll work on my positioning since I'm very tall and my camera. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. And
Yeah.
thank you very much for joining me today. Any feedback or comments are welcome. And yeah, that's about it. I just appreciate you guys sharing this time with me today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Have a great evening, and I hope to see you guys. I'll be teaching Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Awesome. See you then.
Everyone stay safe and well until this COVID-19's over.
You too.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.